Hello and good morning, agents. Thank you so much for joining us every Thursday for our Elder Care's weekly webinar series. I am Adrienne, and today we have Brian with us with Cigna, and we are going to be just talking all things Cigna, new things coming, and we're going to get your questions answered. So as always, we want this to be more of a conversation with all of you, so please comment, say good morning, let me know you're there, ask your questions. That way, because you never know if there's another agent who has that same question. So please communicate with us. That way we can get you confident in all things Cigna. So without further ado, I'm going to make you the presenter, Brian. That way you can share your screen.
Perfect. Thank you, Adrienne. I appreciate it. You guys are going to have to bear with me just a minute. I'm a creature of habit, so I'm used to, using WebEx. So I'm definitely going to share my screen. Let me make sure I have this up here for you guys.
Yep. There's a play button with the drop down.
Okay. Tell me if you can see my screen.
Yep, we can.
Okay.
We can.
Okay, perfect. So first thing I wanted to say was obviously good morning. I appreciate Adrienne reaching out to me and inviting me back. I hosted just a couple different webinars with you guys last year, and we talked about some of our other products, Medicare supplements, supplemental health products that we have out in the market. And I just recently visited the elder care office and was able to kind of discuss some of our upcoming Medicare supplement strategy. And so for those of you on the phone today, again, to Adrienne's point, I want to make sure that this is an open discussion. It'll be much, I don't see us taking but about a half hour, just talking about kind of what we have upcoming, kind of our strategy, and making sure that you guys get your questions answered. So, I'm going to spend a little bit of time just giving you guys, for the folks that this may be their introduction to Cigna, the Cigna Medicare supplement, understanding our strategy, understanding our different charters, and kind of knowing where we're headed with it. Also going to talk about some of the upcoming state launches, where I can show you, hey, here's some states that are launching. One of the big ones that we're very excited about that will be launching May 16th is the state of Texas. So we're finally coming out with a new charter, a new product in Texas that we're excited about. So with that said, I'm just going to go through a few slides here, and then I even have some rate comparisons to show you kind of where we are versus some of the other, I would say, larger carriers. I know that, and or more popular carriers that you all may be writing currently from the Medicare supplement.
Sounds great. Thank you.
Perfect. No worries. So with that said, we always like to start with the Cigna Mission here. And gosh, I'm sharing hold on one second here. With that said, Cigna, our mission is to improve the health, well-being, and peace of mind of those we serve by making healthcare simple, affordable, and predictable. That's something we definitely stick by. We understand, just the needs of our clients and everyone else that we serve in the community. From an agent perspective, whether you're selling supplemental products or Medicare supplements, supplemental health, you need to know that you got to have whatever you're pitching, whatever you're selling needs to be simple. Whoever your audience is needs to understand exactly what you're offering. They also obviously need to be able to afford it, and predictability is huge as well. I just bought this product. I'm expecting it to work for me. I need to understand if I'm paying X amount of money, if something happens, this is how it will benefit me. This is how it'll work for me and my family. So again, within our Cigna Mission also lies kind of some sales guidance as well. And with that said, I mean, you all know that Cigna is a name brand. I think we're ranked 13th on or in the top 15 now on the Fortune 500 list. We're a global brand. Some of our the other carriers out there are recognized nationally, but Cigna has an international brand, and there's some countries where we have 5,000 agents, selling, some of our products in call centers. So again, think of Cigna not only nationally, but internationally when you think about size and name recognition. So we definitely are a brand that people recognize. Just from a value for our customers, we also offer what we call a 24-hour health information line. It was something that was utilized during COVID. It's one of those things that a lot of times agents gloss over. But during COVID, in times where, there's uncertainty, where people were experiencing shortness of breath, they were able to call 24/7 and get advice and guidance. And I forget the exact numbers, but we actually advised people to go to the emergency room. And there was other folks who were like, nope, you're okay. What you're experiencing is a common cold. So, things like that we offer in our value-added services are things that people don't really think about until they actually use them. So that's just one of the really nice things that we offer within our value-added services program. And for those of you who have sold or are a little bit more familiar with Cigna, you know that you may have sold our charters on the American Retirement Life Insurance, Loyal American Life Insurance, and our newer charters are the Cigna Health and Life Insurance Company. And our latest charter that you'll see launching in Oklahoma, Texas, is what we call our Cigna National Health Insurance Company. Those of you that are selling in Mississippi as well have already seen this product. So the Cigna National Health Insurance Company is coming out with some pretty market-leading household discounts. And that's where you'll see that we're really trying to position ourselves to be that carrier of choice, especially when you have a husband and wife that are both Medicare supplement age. We're really incentivizing agents as well as, potential clients to pick Cigna when that opportunity arises for a multi-policy discount that is now what I would call industry leading. Some of the product suite highlights, I'll just go over. Let me just pause for a second. Are there any just initial questions before I go into some of the suite highlights? I know when you start seeing multiple charters, sometimes there's questions around that, especially with agents who are a little bit newer to the industry that may be on the call.
Can you hear me okay? Because I've been trying to talk.
I'm just now hearing you.
Okay, well, we did have an agent say they're getting off the webinar because they think it's only in Texas. I just want to let the agents on here that it's not just Texas. So please stay tuned for all the state details that Brian will be going over. And I also want to apologize that our Facebook Live feed is having some technical difficulties. So those of you that normally get on the Facebook Live, this recording will be there for you shortly.
Hey, Adrian, do you know what state that agent was in by chance?
I don't off the top of my head, but I will follow up with them.
Okay. No worries. I was going to see if it was a state where we recently launched in as well. Just so you know, yeah, and that's a great point. I'm glad that you brought that up. We're talking multiple states where we're launching. So you'll see that, we just launched in Kentucky. We launched in Oklahoma, Kansas. We recently launched a new product. So again, we're nationally, we're available nationally as it is currently. But again, we're starting to launch new Medicare supplement states to where you guys will have a more competitive rate from Cigna and our charters with those new state launches. So thanks for bringing that up.
Absolutely.
Just real quick, Scenic, we're coming out with what we would call an industry-leading multi-product household discount for Medicare supplements. We also have a Living with Someone discount that folks are already familiar with if you've written Chillick or Loyal. And then within that, we have our Healthy Rewards, which folks are used to. We have no application fee. And we also have what we call our 4-tier underwriting rating structure. And that's something that I'll just make sure that you guys are familiar with as well. This product availability map, when you take a look at it right now, you'll see that Scenic is available in a lot of states. So with that Scenic in our new launches, you'll see that we have it available in North Carolina. It's available in Alabama. It's available in Louisiana, which I know are some big states from you. Obviously, Arkansas, we have our ARLIC charter, which we're working on the launch there as well. In Texas, the Scenic product right now, obviously you see that it's not green, but it will be green again in mid-May. So you can take a look at our product availability map and see kind of just what we have going on as well. Do you guys do business in Colorado at all, Adrian?
Yes, we do. We have a few agencies there.
Okay. So one thing to call out with Colorado as well is that we recently just got approved a rate hold in the entire state of Colorado. So anyone that, has any Medicare supplements that were, expecting a rate increase for this coming year in Colorado, not only will they get a rate hold where there will be no movement at all, there also will be a 20% household discount applied for folks that are on that household discount. So let's say hypothetically, when you submitted an app, you gave your clients the 15% household discount. Well, we've gone in and got approved through the state to add a 20% household discount. So you'll see their rates actually decrease by 5% this coming year, instead of seeing like a standard rate increase, whether it be 5%, 3%, or 10%, whatever you are used to seeing in the industry standard. So that's just one thing I wanted to call out there as well, is that you're seeing us be pretty aggressive with either rate holds and in some cases, even the lowering of rates. Okay. And then real quick, so let's just go right into our Scenic Chilic. So when we talk about industry leading, for those of you that have written on the Chilic product, you know that the MultiPolicy household discount was 15%. Part of our strategy in moving forward in 2022 and over the next few years is that you'll see that we've now upped our game to offer a 20% household discount. Wow. And the 20% household discount is pretty huge. You'll see right now where it's available is it's available in Kentucky, Oklahoma, Delaware, and Wyoming. I know that some of those states may not be too exciting for some of you, but again, one of the big ones is that we have this rolling out in Texas as well. You'll continue to see more and more states launched and that household discount rolled out. So even if specifically to you, like right now, you're like, okay, well, I don't have it in Texas, knowing that it'll be there, next month can kind of get you lined up and ready to sell this product and starting to think about who you're going to market to and, setting appointments and things like that, knowing that the product is coming out with such a huge household discount. What's nice is within our Express app, those rates are calculated automatically. So you click a button, add the household discount, and then automatically you'll see the rates adjust for you within the Express app. I'm going to pause for a second and see if there's any additional questions before I move forward.
I don't see any coming through, but I know that sometimes there's a lag. So if you do have any questions, agents, please comment them. And then you said, so this 20% discount is something that people need to be watching out for in Texas next month is kind of your big announcement for them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, this is going to be launching in Texas with a 20% household discount, and the date is set for May 16th. But again, if there's any agents on the phone who are writing in Oklahoma right now or Kentucky, I know that those are states where it already exists. So the 20% household discount already exists. We also have some pretty big incentives that we're offering right now that I'll make sure to highlight while you guys are on the call as well. And you can look through and see kind of how we're incentivizing agents to write more business with us and kind of, launch those products and get some downhill motion going on those.
Awesome.
So that also within our product, if there is no household discount applied, meaning that two folks are on our Medicare supplement and receiving the 20% discount, We also offer what we call a 6% living with someone discount on scenic and Chillick. So all you have to do is be a senior that's applying for a Medicare supplement plan and have someone that is 18 years or older that lives with them. And we apply a 6% discount. So that's just something to keep in mind. I know that there's some carriers out there that offer a larger discount, but even with that said, the 6%, depending on the state that you're in, is still a significant discount. Value-added services. This is something that comes standard with our plans. And so with Scenic, what we offer is inclusive of that 24-hour health information line that I spoke about is that we have our Active and Fit, which is a $25 monthly fee. There's participating gyms all over the country. The other thing to really utilize is that a lot of the carriers offer, what we call pre-qualification lines when you're thinking about underwriting an app. We have now moved and adjusted our strategy where you will actually talk to an underwriter. If you're trying to pre-qualify an app and you're concerned about medications, you're concerned about potential health scenarios where, hey, this person had a surgery or may have an upcoming surgery, when you call our line to do a pre-qualification, we let you know, or actually you speak with an underwriter from our team as opposed to just someone from our customer service department who's guiding you. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. That's something that we start offering in 2022 as well.
Very cool. So how do you find that number, that direct, you said it's a direct number?
Yeah, so what I'll do is at the end of the meeting, I'll shoot it over to you, Adrian, and make sure that you can disperse it from there. Let me just make sure I write that down. So basically it's an underwriting pre-qualification line is what it is.
That can be very helpful.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, a lot of folks utilize it, especially when, you got medications and or a situation where somebody's like, okay, I'll take 2 blood pressure pills for this. I may take a water pill for this, and they have diabetes of some sort. Is this someone that I can get, issued under the preferred, or is this an automatic decline? Just being able to talk with someone who can guide you is huge.
But it's cool, like you offer the phone number, because I mean, a lot of agents are aware, like they can go online and look all that up themselves, but some agents still prefer just to be able to call and be like, ask the question and get an answer. So it's cool that you offer it.
Yep, and it's offered to any agent. So if you're a new agent that's just starting, or if you're selling a lot with us already, it doesn't matter. We offer it for everyone. So it's just something to keep in mind. That is just an additional service that we offer. You can see some of the other healthy rewards that we offer for free that come along with our Medicare supplement product. Again, some folks utilize it, others don't, but this is just, again, an overview of that. And then let me just go to one other thing I want to highlight here. When I talked about our 4-tier underwriting, the tiered rating structure. So think of it this way, as most folks are used to, is that, we have our preferred and standard. Well, with our Scenic launch and products, we also had it with Chillick. If you have clients that do have some pre-existing conditions that would typically disqualify them, this allows you to still write them an application even with various conditions. So preferred is going to be anyone that can answer no to all health questions and is a non-tobacco user. Standard just means that, you can answer no to all the health questions, but you use tobacco. Standard 2 allows for some pre-existing conditions. Standard 3 allows for the pre-existing conditions with tobacco use. So again, it's pretty simple, but here's a couple, a list of some of the things that we will allow for in our Standard 2 and 3 that you guys are used to being, declined. Now, keep in mind, I'll have to, say this because I know everybody wants to call it out. Rates are higher when we offer, folks to be underwritten under, with diabetes, with neuropathy or retinopathy or some of the heart conditions like angina. So those are just things to keep in mind, that obviously the rates are a little bit higher, but it still allows for, if you have someone that's been stuck on a plan for years, that has not been able to move because of, having COPD or some of the other conditions that we all know that some of our clients have, this allows you to move forward and still write them. So that's just one other thing I wanted to call out. And from there, I'm going to pause for a second and stop my screen share and pull up our incentives, if that's okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it does make sense for, the rates to be higher for people with a condition, but it's still nice to have that option of a carrier to still accept them.
Yeah, exactly right. And again, we have some folks take advantage of it more so than others. And again, it all depends on, personal need and if it makes sense for the client, of course, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Are you guys still able to hear me okay?
Yeah, definitely. We can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Where is the option just for me to stop sharing and pull up something else? Why am I missing that on here? Sorry.
No, it's okay. Underneath the play button, there's a drop down for you to select what you want to share.
Okay.
There should be a sharing tab on the right.
Got it. I see it now. Thank you. Okay. Give me just 1 second and I'll pull up my other screen here.
And while you're doing that, I just had a few agents jump on from the Facebook Live because it wasn't working. And so they're asking questions now since they came on late. And I do apologize for that. But when he's asking what sets Cigna apart, because he just came in on the underwriting. And basically, Stephen, we've covered, the new things that are coming for Cigna and some additional things, and we can recap that at the end if we have time, or we'll get in touch with you personally.
Can everyone see my screen right now?
Yes, we can. And Mathani said we can hear you waiting on the good Texas info.
Oh, are you guys calling me out for running on Texas too hard? Here we go. So sorry about that. So here's some of the rates that you guys said that you can see my screen okay. What we're focused on, and I think kind of one of the takeaways, whether it be Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, any of the states that you guys are currently writing in, is that our strategy is really focused on that multi-policy household discount, and that's where you'll see our best rates for sure, just to call that out. And here's for instance, in the state of Texas, and I'm talking Texas because, it's one of our newest launches that we have coming out May 16th. It's also a state where we write and receive a ton of business. So if you look here, here's a Plan G with a multi-policy household discount applied. Our proposed rate on a Plan G for a female at 68 years old would be $93.30. And you see kind of where the big companies like Ascendo and AARP, where we all align. So, we're all within, a couple dollars of each other. But then when you start to slide over, you see that, from a male 68, we're actually, the best rate. And so when you combine the two and you look at a monthly combined rate, it's $197 versus $199 on Ascendo. You see that annually, the difference is $23. As you start to scroll down and look at like AARP, you notice the difference starts to increase. So it's 58, Humana's 97, Mutual of Omaha's 161, and then the other Aetna is $400 more expensive annually. So our play and kind of where we're pushing is to get that multi-policy household discount. If you look at a Plan N, you'll see that even increases more. So in a Plan N with a combined female and male rate at the age of 65, our combined monthly rate is $138. And the next closest, and we're comparing the large carriers. We really don't spend a ton of time trying to compare with some of the smaller carriers that may be in any given market. You'll see that we're $160 annual difference there, and it kind of works down from there. So this gives you guys an idea. Let me see. Oklahoma was another state that I'll call out.
Yeah, great. And I think that plan in is definitely a plan that a lot of agents miss the boat on, because that plan is a way to help save their clients some money. So seeing those rates being that competitive for a plan in is pretty amazing. And then I do have some agents on here that are in Arizona. Do you have any exciting things for Arizona?
Let me double check real quick and see what I have for Arizona as well. But that's good to know.
Yep.
They're like, show me some love out on the West Coast. I was in Arizona yesterday.
How funny is that? Yep.
Yep.
We have an agent out there. He says, don't forget about Arizona.
Good to know. So yeah, one of the things to Adrian's point that I'll just highlight real quick as well is that plan in is, and again, I've heard all the objections to selling it from different agents. Very similar to the objections I heard of selling Plan G about 10 years ago from all the agents that were not selling Plan G and only selling Plan F. One thing to keep in mind is that as we see the Advantage plans continue to grow in each market, those offerings with them offering, $0 premiums, is going to make it tougher for those Plan G and Fs to stick because of the premium difference. The plan in kind of bridges that gap, allows for people who still live very active lives, that want to be able to go to any doctor, any hospital that accepts Medicare, and aren't worried about paying up to a $20 copay when they go to the doctor. It's still a great plan. A plan in is better than any plan that I have had in my life with me and my family. And so I think that sometimes we know that when we start thinking about how the Advantage plans are kind of coming in and impacting the Medicare supplement space, I think we'll continually see the plan in grow just off of necessity as well, to kind of bring things, when you start looking at, okay, I'm offering them a $70 premium versus, a $120 premium or a $130 premium. Those are the things that kind of make it easier to say, hey, you still want to stay on the plan in, it's only this much annually, combine $150, $160 versus when you start getting to the Plan F and Gs where the folks are like, but I can do a $0 premium, and so those are just some things to think about and consider for sure when you guys are out in the field selling the Medicare supplements and positioning the Plan Ns and Gs and Fs.
And I do see some agents jumping off. We are at our 10:30 time, so if you do have to go, I understand.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining. But if you're still on, there's still quite a few on. So if you want, I know that Carolyn's still on and she sells a lot in Oklahoma. So I'm sure she hopefully got a screenshot of that Oklahoma page. And there are maybe a few in the Mississippi. But I think you did still want to go over the bonus as well, because I don't think you.
Correct. Yep. Let me pull up the bonuses real quick. Make sure you guys can see my screen here. Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, what we have going on right now is that we have for every fourth underwritten app in any month, and this is through September 30th, underwritten FG&N and or an open enrollment in, we are giving you an extra $100 bonus, and you can see all the states available. Arizona's one of them, but also the Oklahomas, the Texases of the world, North Carolina, Louisiana. I think one state that may be represented on the call that is not in here is South Carolina, so that's one to call out. But Mississippi, Louisiana, all those other states are a part of this, and this is through September 30th. And then also we have what we're calling a quick start bonus in some states as well. And so in addition to that $100 that you guys are seeing, we have what we're doing now is a $200 total bonus from April 18th to May 31st in the below states. So Kentucky, Oklahoma, Delaware, Texas, New Jersey, Mississippi, Ohio, and Wyoming. So I wanted to make sure that I called that out for you all to take a look at that. There's also, if you guys are getting field communications from us, you'll see that in that field communication, it's already outlined for you in that as well. So you don't have to screenshot it.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, we do have a few agents that want to follow up with you afterwards about some rates in their states. So
okay.
We'll be in touch with you. And I think that was pretty much everything that we wanted to accomplish today, letting you know that new household discounts coming out in states, the different Medicare supplement names. How do you say the new ones?
Yeah, scenic is what we're calling it. I don't know why we come up with all these different acronyms, but yeah, so it was, Arlic, Loyal, Chillick, and now it's scenic is what they're calling it, but it's Cigna National Health Insurance Company.
Yes, absolutely. So that's our goal. We want you to be watching out for Cigna, the new 20% household discount, the new states. I definitely want to put that plug in for that multi-plan. Was it the multi-plan?
Yep, the MultiPolicy household discount. Yep.
Well, not the one where the both spouse has to take it, but when they do the multiple, like if they get that cancer product and other things.
Yeah, so that is only, so the MultiPolicy household discount is only based on Medicare supplement where you get that 20% discount.
Okay.
It would be Medicare supplement, not any of the supplemental health products.
Okay. Dang, I thought I saw one where it was like you could do multiple products.
Yeah, this is all tied to Medicare supplement. One thing I would call out though is if you guys haven't taken a look at our dental vision hearing product, that's something else that I'd love to get back on if you guys are selling it and talk you through it. I mean, if you talk to anybody that has sold it or taken a look at it, around the country, it's the hottest DVH product, and it has up to a $5,000 benefit. So it's really big. So that's something else that I'll throw in while we're on the phone about, even if you're selling someone else's Medicare supplement because your rate is better with another carrier, you should be tacking on our DVH plan for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And maybe when I do my, in case you missed it, email, I'll put those past trainings that we did on those products. That way they can easily reference those as well.
Cool.
That's a good idea. So thank you for bringing that up. So if I don't see any further questions coming through, other than from Stephen about, Arizona and the discounts and stuff, which I'll hook you two up. That way we can get his answered right away. And then I don't see any more coming through. So I'm going to say good day. Thank you, Brian, for taking the time to talk to us about these exciting things coming for Cigna. And thank you, agents, for taking the time to listen and learn about it. And if you need anything at all, please reach out to us. We are here for you. And have a great rest of your week, everyone.
Take care, guys. Thanks for jumping on. Adrian, I'll see you next month. I'm going to be back out there.
Awesome. Next time, say hi. Come say hi.
Will do for sure. Take care.
Thanks, Brian. Bye.
All right, now, bye.